A wet weekend with possible floods, severe thunderstorms, hail and strong winds is expected in Gauteng and other parts of the country this weekend. The South African Weather Service has issued a warning for these conditions. Motorists are further advised that driving conditions in some areas are likely to become dangerous. This is due to poor visibility and slippery roads. Now, joining me to discuss what we can expect is Luthando Masimini. He's the senior forecaster at the South African Weather Services. Luthando, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for your time. A very wet summer it's already been. What can we expect this weekend, specifically in Gauteng?
Yes, good morning, Bushe. Good morning to the listeners. Yes, this is a very eventful weekend in terms of weather for the greater part of the country. In fact, it looks like 80% of the country is under the cloud with quite some rainfall expected in places, especially the central interior expecting a 80% chance of showers and thunder showers. We're talking about the eastern parts of the Northern Cape, the western central parts of the western and central parts of the northwest province, the whole of Free State, the northern parts of the Eastern Cape, and that is the 80% stretch, and then going to a 60% stretch which covers Gauteng, the southern and western parts of the Mpumalanga, the eastern parts of the northwest, and the remainder, or rather the central and western parts of the Northern Cape, down to the Western Cape. In fact, for the Western Cape and the southern parts of the Northern Cape, there is also another 80% stretch there, which will be more dominated by thunderstorms, with the likelihood of severe thunderstorms in those areas. That is the Northern Cape high ground and the northern parts of the Western Cape. And with this system, the system that is in place or that's taking play and affecting the weather is a cut-off low sitting now over the west coast of the country, that is the Northern Cape coast. It is expected to move southeastwards to the southern high ground or southern interior of the Northern Cape, and then make its way only on Monday morning through the south coast, and that's when we're going to start getting some relief from the rainfall. So today and tomorrow, quite an eventful weekend, as I've mentioned, with those conditions expected across the country. The only areas that are not expecting much of the rainfall from the system is the eastern part of the Limpopo, also the Mpumalanga low veld. They will be least affected. Otherwise, the rest of the country is under the cloud and expecting quite some rain. The warnings, as you have indicated, that we've issued warnings for the weekend. There are 3 warnings. In fact, it's a yellow level 2s. One is for the disruptive rain in those areas with quite high probability of rainfall, especially 60 and 80%, the ones I've indicated already. This rainfall, disruptive rainfall with heavy downpours leading to localized flooding over the Free State, central and western parts of the northwest, the eastern parts of the Northern Cape, the northern parts of the Eastern Cape, as well as the Midlands and the western areas of the KZN. That is warning number 1, which we label as warning A. And then second warning is now for the severe thunderstorms with damaging winds, large hail, large amounts of small hail, not large hail, and then resulting in localized damage and disruptive the disruption of and disruptions which is expected in places over the northern and central parts of the Western Cape, southern interior of the Northern Cape. As I indicated, the southern parts of the Northern Cape and the northern parts of the Western Cape, especially the interior parts, those will be affected by severe thunderstorms. That's where the system is heading towards this afternoon. As I indicated, the system is moving more eastwards, still quite a big area, the great areas, the great area of the country is still affected, but starting to clear now from the west. The Northern Cape, it's off the hook for tomorrow. Still the southern and the eastern parts only in the morning will still get something, but rather that rain band, 80% band, which is over the central parts, still affecting the areas there, including Gauteng. Basically, Gauteng, both today and tomorrow, is quite under the influence of the cut-off low with some rainfall expected there. That is basically the outlook, rather the forecast for today and tomorrow. That is the weekend, as I indicated. Things starting to clear off only on Monday now when the system exits through the south coast.
A comprehensive wrap there. Thank you so much, Luthando Masimini. He's a senior forecaster at the South African Weather Services. We really appreciate the time that you've taken to just give us that forecast for this weekend. Do heed those warning calls and be safe and ensure that your following distance is safe and that there is enough visibility in front of you if you are on the road.